Good morning, beautiful world, my beautiful neuromelanated family, and all of my loved ones all over the planet. Just want to come on for a minute. Not going to be here long, but Spirit has moved me to get on here today and uh, and give a few shout outs. Shout outs to my loved ones who deserve it so much. And I woke up this morning and I said, I need to do this. So I'm making the time to give these shout outs to these beautiful souls on this planet and that are personally in my life. When we talk about love and what it entails, we use the word so lightly sometimes. So we just throw it around sometimes, and we don't always put action behind it. And I want to talk about that for a minute because it's so important, especially at a time like now. By the way, I'm sitting out here in nature and the wind is blowing, the trees are swaying. It is so beautiful out here. I am enjoying nature, the outdoors. My favorite place to be. I think I've told y'all that already. But anyway, so I want to talk about love and the manifestation of the word. I'm sure we all have an idea what it means. I want to say we all know what it means, but somewhere most of us kind of in the ballpark of what understanding of what love means. But I want to talk about putting action behind the word. And I've mentioned before that I have a very humbling upbringing, very humbling, very. I went through a lot growing up as a little girl and on into my adulthood. Just lots of a lot of tragic things I've experienced, and a lot of triumphs actually. And some may look at the triumphs that I've experienced as small, but I look at them as huge. And just being able to pull up out of the slumps that I've experienced, those are triumphs for me. So, but I wanna mention these loved ones because they are very dear, near and dear to my heart. And though a few of them that I mentioned, they're not even on my channel. Some of them are, some of them are not. But you know what? It's not about whether they get the message or not. It's just about the spirit moving me to give the message. And that's what I'm being obedient to, is responding to what spirit is telling me. So I want to mention first my sister Trina. When you talk about love and the way we should maneuver when we're expressing love, the things that we should do, and not just say it but actually put action behind it. I think about my sister Trina and how no matter what's going on, she never forgets me. She always keep me in the forefront. Even and I may not know that she's loving me behind the scenes. I may not know it in the moment, but somehow, some way, the universe always makes sure that I find out about it, even if it's discreetly, and not that she's making an effort to make sure that I know. But I always find out about it. I always get that information. It's something she's done behind the scenes that is showing love to her big sister. And so I want to shout her out today. My sister Trina, you are You are a beautiful soul. I tell you, all of the sacrifices that I made that I never regret growing up and doing the things that I did that I felt I needed to do and just doing what I do. She never forgets to remind me of how much she appreciates me. And she reminds me by showing it to me. She's always loving me and loving on me behind the scenes and in front. And I just want to say how much I appreciate my little sister Trina. She is just a godsend. And when I think about her, sometimes I cry. But I'm not going to cry right now because cause I got some other shout outs to do and I don't want to stall my video. So, but I love my sister so much. And she's very dear to my heart. Also, I love all my family, but these are just the ones that go beyond, they just go beyond the call of love in the way that they love. And especially in the last 2 years, because I have been through a lot in the last 2 years. A lot. I can't even begin to tell you how much I needed these loved ones in the last 2 years. My brother Tita. Tita is my middle brother. He, all of my siblings are special to me. Let me just say that first of all. But Tita, I tell you, he has no idea how he has touched my heart in the last 2 years. He he's the one that calls me almost every day. Very rarely does he miss a day calling to check on his big sister. He's always he loves in the way that he knows how, and he has his own love language that is just unique. And I see it even when he don't realize that I do. I see it. But he actually not only does he never he oh, I dropped this little headset. Let me pick it up. He never forgets to say I love you before he hangs up when he calls me, and I don't take that lightly. Very rarely does he forget. He always remembers to say I love you before he hangs up. And if I need something, he's gonna do his very best to be there to help me with whatever I need. So I know, I, I think we all have our way of showing people how much we appreciate them, and he does that very well. My brother Tita, Terrence is his name, but we call him Tita. He he actually when I was home last week to assist in funeralizing my god sister, he actually he before we even went home, the first thing he said when we got the news that she had passed away, he said, "You know, we got to take care of that family, our family." And I was like, "Yeah, I know." He said, so he just swung into action. He beat me, and usually I'm the one that initiates that kind of carrying on, but he just swung into action, and I tell you, he really stepped up in a big way, and we all helped out. But I have to give him his props all by himself because he didn't it didn't worry him about money or anything. Whatever was needed, he stepped up. And and that's love, y'all. That's love when you don't hesitate and you say it from day one. This is what we got to do, and and then you do it. And that's what my brother Tita did. He was just, I'll tell you, I love my brother Tita. I do. And he actually, when I returned back to Texas, he transported me to the airport. So I'm going to tell him personally because he's not on this channel either, but he stepped up, and I just want him to know that I can see, I see you. I see you, bruh. And I love you so much. But I don't take it lightly the way you love. And I see it 100%. And I thank you so much for being who you are, my brother Tita. Kisses to you. Um, my sister-in-law Dora. Dora and I. Dora was married to my husband's brother, who is now deceased. Um, and he passed away a few years ago. I don't know, maybe 6 years ago or so, 7 years ago. But Dora remains in our lives, and actually her new husband, my husband and I are very close to them. Dora has not wavered. She's not changed in the way she's loved us. She continues to love in the way she did when she was actually our, biological sister-in-law, which we still see her as the same. But I don't care what's going on. Whatever she can do to show love to me, she do it, and she don't hesitate. And in a time like now, especially in the last 2 years, like I said, I've been through a lot these last 2 years. It's been very, very hard. She is one that has remained faithful in loving Valerie, loving me. Lay Ela. She still shows up and shows out in my life, and I don't take that lightly. So shout out to my sister-in-law Dora. I see you, and I thank you. I thank you so very much for all that you do and the way you show that you love. Nay, Tanya, Miss Tanya, I tell you what, you the bomb, girl. You the bomb. And I say that, I point my finger because I do know that Tanya does follow me on this channel. And just in case she sees this video, I'm going to talk personally to her. I thank you so much, my beautiful sister. I call her my sister because that's how she represents herself in my life. She loves on me. I don't care what it is I need, what it is that I need. I can call on her, and if she can do it, she's going to do it. And she don't look for anything in return. That's love. That's love. She does it from her heart. And I want you to know, Tanya, I see you. I do. I do. And I appreciate you. And there ain't nothing that I have that you can't get. Just about. Let me put a disclaimer in there. Majority of the things that I own, honey, if you need it, it's yours. Because you're so deserving. Because you don't just talk the talk. You walk the walk. You with me. You don't just say I love you, but you put it in action. And I see it and I feel it, and I just want you to know how much I appreciate you and all that you do. Last week, when we were putting together the fish fry, our family represented and put together the fish fry for the night before the service for my god sister. And I asked Tanya, and she didn't trade words. She didn't. She just put it in action. And that's love. That's love. She didn't ask for anything. She just put it in action. I appreciate you, Tanya. And I do. And that's from my heart. I love you. This kiss is for you. And just know that if there's anything you need, I'm here for you. And I mean that sincerely. My friend Victor. Victor. We've been friends for a very, very long time. And I tell you, we we resonate with each other so much. There ain't too much we can't talk about. If I need to talk, I can always call you, and I don't have to worry about hearing about it anywhere else. Victor Lauer, you the man. You have been there for me in these last 2 years in this struggle and this, these things that I've suffered with. If I can't call nobody else, I can call you. And if nothing more than to just sit and listen, which sometimes that's all I needed. You were there for me. And I appreciate it. I don't take it lightly. That's what love does. And I just want you to know, and I'm saying you because I know you watch this channel. And more than likely than not, you're going to see this video. So you are the man. And I just want you to know how much I appreciate you, how much I love you, and I thank you for being the friend that you have been to me. There ain't nothing I won't do for you. All you got to do is call me and tell me what you need, and I got you. So I just want to say thank you, and I appreciate you, and I love you. I love all of you, and I think you already know that. Thank you for loving me. I want to shout out my best girlfriend. I have two best, my sister Trina and my friend Joanna. Girl, what can I say? You with your little sweet self. Joanna Tubbs Williams, Joanna and I became joined at the hip when it's about 45, 46 years ago. I hope I'm getting my math right. But when we were in 8th grade at Rosenwald Middle School, Joanna and I met. And what actually brought us together, there was a common denominator. Both of us had just lost our mothers at the tender age of 13, 14. We lost our mothers around the same time. And that common denominator was what really bind our friendship. And from that time forward, we have remained friends. Joanna and I have never had a disagreement. And even if we disagree, we did it respectfully. And we've always had a beautiful relationship. Joanna traveled. Her husband was in the military, so she was away for many, many years. But we never lost contact. And if we didn't speak for a while, when we did, pick up and talk again, we always just picked up from where we left off. And nothing but love we've always shown one another in sincerity. And I don't care. I tell you what, her strength is my weakness. I don't care whenever I have a birthday or even a anniversary, a wedding anniversary, Joanna's going to put a card in that mail. I get that card, and I feel so bad sometimes because that's not my strength. Now, I'll pick up the phone in a heartbeat and call you and love on you, but going to the store, buying a card, backing it, putting the address on it and a stamp and putting it in the mail, that's hard for me sometimes. she charge it to my mind, not my heart. But she's strong in that, and it never fails. I'm gonna get that card, and it's 99% of the time it's gonna be on time. So I appreciate you, girlfriend. You've been my ride or die. You've never wavered. I've never had to deal with all that jealousy and envy and that mean spirit and all that old ugly stuff that a lot of times we women can cast on one another. I never had to deal with that with you, Joanna. I'm thinking you're gonna see this channel. I mean, you on this channel, you're going to see this video. I'm sorry. I believe you will. So I'm going to point the finger and tell you, thank you, girl. You're a sweetheart. And I love you. You already know if you ever need me for anything, I'm here. I'm not going anywhere no time soon. So I just want you to know how much I love you and how much I appreciate you for being a dear friend to me. And thank you for all that you've done in the last 2 years when I needed you the most. You were right there. TC, TC, Dara McGee, you my boy. You my boy. I don't want you to ever think I don't see the love that you have for me. I see it. I do. And I appreciate it so much. Now, I don't think you're on this channel, but you know what? A lot of our childhood friends, I'm sure, are, and family, so you'll probably get the message. You may even take a peek at it one day. And in case you do, this message is for you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the way you love. When I lost my grandmother March of last year, in 2021, and you surprised me showing up at her funeral. You took the time, and whatever the cost, you came to Florida from Georgia. You showed up. And when I saw you step on that podium to read that scripture, and I had no idea you were going to be there, it brought me to tears. I pure cried because that's love. I don't take it lightly. When people show me, I've dealt with so many negative beings in the past and so much negativity throughout my life that when I get that kind of positivity, it shines. And when people love on me because of what I have experienced previously, when people love on me, I I I don't take it lightly. I just I tell you, thank you. Thank you, TC. And I love you too, my brother. You are the bomb as well. And if there's ever anything I can do, I'm always here. Or as long as I'm here. If you need me, I'm here. So thank you. I just want to make sure you know that. I make sure that I tell you. Thank you so much. And I love you too, my brother. My niece, Mika. What can I say? You're the sweetest. You're the sweetest thing. You have no idea. You have no idea how much your auntie appreciates you, especially in these past 2 years. You know what I've gone through. You know. I may not have told you everything, but you know, and you could feel, my pain, and you responded to it. And I think about you all the time, just like you were one of my own, and growing up without your dad and all the trauma we suffered behind, you losing your dad, us losing your dad, and watching you grow up still to be a beautiful, beautiful young lady. I, I'm so amazed and so proud of you. You have no idea how proud I am of you and the way you have stepped up to love on your auntie in these past 2 years and recognizing how much I needed you. I thank you. I thank you, sweetheart. You are like my own child. I told your mother years ago, you're going to have to share her with me. And she just laughed. I said, no, I'm serious. I have two other babies. So with Shamika, I have three. And I just want you to know how special you are in your auntie's life. If there is ever anything, and you already know, because I am one you know that puts my love to action. But if you ever need me for anything, as I've always told you, don't you ever hesitate to call. You're such a humble young lady. And I see you. I see your worth. and I see your love, and I appreciate you so much. So, um, I love all of my family again, and each and every one of them are special in my life. But the family and friends that I mentioned in this video, they were just, I don't know, they have stood out, and definitely here recently. And I'm one of those people. I you look, when you love on me, I don't take that lightly. And I just I just need my loved ones that do what they do to know how much I appreciate them. So I hope that one day all that I mentioned gets a chance to see this video, and if not, I can tell you personally. But thank you a million times, and I love y'all so very much. Keep doing what you do. It is not in vain, you beautiful souls. Thank you. I'm going to sign off now, and I'm going to say namaste, ashe, and all of that. Be blessed, beautiful, my beautiful family and friends. I love you. Have a good rest of the day. Bye.